friends. We're going to do a 20-minute yoga class today. And bear with me, this is my first video. So just go ahead and find yourself some space that's quiet. And if you have a mat, bring a mat. If you have a couple of blocks or a block, those come in handy as well. And we're just going to go ahead and start. And I'd like you to go ahead and come into child's pose. Let's begin in child's pose. Go ahead and bring your knees wide to the edges of your mat. Let your big toes touch. Bring your forehead to the earth and stretch your fingers towards the top of your mat. Let your hips sink closer to your heels. And slowly begin to connect yourself with your breath. Deep inhales all the way down to your sits bones. Equally slow and controlled exhales all the way through the crown of your head. Focus on diaphragm breathing, so let the breath come into your belly. So each time you inhale, your belly expands. With each exhale, your belly hollows out. And try to focus on your breath throughout class today. And try to keep your lips sealed and let the breath go in and out of your nose. Imagine the breath rolling down your spine with your inhale. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, the breath rolls back up your spine through the crown of your head to your fingertips. Slowly begin to roll yourself up to a tabletop position. Fingers spread wide. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. I'm going to begin with a few gentle cat-cows. On an inhale, gaze comes up. Draw your shoulder blades together. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone. Separate your shoulder blades. Curve your spine. Gaze follows. As you inhale, gaze comes up. As you exhale, gaze comes down. Press the mat away with your palms. Be very exaggerated with your movements. Inhale into cow. Exhale, coming into cat. Inhale, bring yourself back to a neutral spine, tabletop. And go ahead and scoot your fingers about an inch in front of where they're at. Curl your toes. Send your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a moment to get comfortable. You can walk your dog by bending one leg and then the other. And you can come all the way up to your tiptoes. You can bend your knees and let your shins hover over the mat. Press your chest closer to your thighs and slowly begin to straighten your legs. Let's come to a still dog. Spread your fingers wide. Most of your weight is in your thumb and your index finger. Draw your shoulder blades together and then down your back. Press your heart closer to your thighs and let your heels sink closer to the earth. Take a breath in and a breath out. Keep your lips sealed. In through your nose, out through your nose. Breath in and a breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, slowly begin to walk your feet to meet your hands. Coming into ragdoll, bring your feet at least hip width distance or farther apart. Bend your knees so much that your belly is or almost is resting on your thighs. Let your head hang heavy. If you'd like, you can grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. You can sway from side to side. Notice how the weight distributes between all four corners of your feet. Focus on your breath. Imagine each inhale coming into your lower back, expanding your lower back. Each exhale, slow and controlled, the breath rolls back up your spine. Slowly release your fingers down to the mat, and in your next inhale, one vertebrae at a time. You're going to roll yourself up to a standing attention. Let your head be the very last thing that comes up. When you're there, close your eyes and bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment to feel the energy and emotions running through your body, surrounding you. Don't analyze it, just recognize it. Slowly begin to flutter your eyes open. Inhale, mountain pose. Feet are hip width distance apart. Lift your kneecaps. Tuck your tailbone down. Draw your navel to your spine and relax your shoulders. Take a breath in And grab your left wrist. Exhale, slight bend to the right side. Try not to dump into your left side or your right side body. So press into your left foot. The stretch comes up and over from the left side. Focus on your breath. And inhale back to mountain pose. And switch your grip out. This time you'll grab your right wrist and exhale, slight bend to the left side. Press into your right foot. Stretch is coming up and over from the right. Each inhale lengthens and exhale, bend a little more. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Cactus your arms, shine your heart forward. Keep your core engagement so your hips don't puff forward. Draw your shoulder blades together. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come through heart center. Hinge at your hips. It's okay if your hands don't touch your toes or the floor. It's okay if you have a slight bend in your knees. Inhale to a halfway lift. Slight bend in your knees. Your hands press into your shins. Draw your shoulder blades together and shine your heart forward. Try to keep a flat back from your tailbone to the crown of your head. On your next exhale, plank. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Fingers spread wide. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Draw your shoulder blades together and then down your back. Firm your glutes. Send some energy out of your heels. Take a breath in. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. And a breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step it through to low lunge. Please feel free to come down to your back knee for more support. Inhale your arms high, full crescent. Take your hands to your hips and square your hips towards the front of your mat. Right hip back, left hip forward. Lift your left knee farther away from the mat and make sure your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. Then arms come to the sky. Relax your shoulders. Stay with your breath. Exhale, open up warrior B. Heels are in alignment. Right toes towards the front of the mat, left toes towards the side. Square your hips and shoulders towards the side wall. Right knee stacked over your ankle. Inhale as you reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm down, left arm up. Try not to rest your elbow on your thigh. Instead, use it to open your hip. Press onto the outer edge of your left foot and focus on your breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. Just switch your arms out. So left arm down, right arm reaching for the sky. Maintain your lunge in your right leg, knee stacked over your ankle. Imagine the breath coming into your right side body. As you exhale, windmill your arms down, low lunge. Inhale, plank. Stay here for your breath in. Keep your core strong. On your next exhale, down dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step it through low lunge. You can always come down to your back knee for more support. Inhale, full crescent, arms to the sky. Bring your hands to your hips. Left hip back, right hip forward. Stack your left knee over your left ankle and lift your right knee away from the floor. Relax your shoulders and breathe. On your next exhale, open up warrior B. Heels are in a line. Left toes to the front of the mat, right toes towards the side. Square your hips and shoulders towards the side wall. Left knee stacked over your left ankle. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm down, right arm up. Press onto the outer edge of your right foot. Imagine the breath coming into your right side body. Inhale, reverse your warrior. You're going to switch your arms out. Right arm down, left arm up. The only thing that moves is the top half of your body. Maintain your lunge. Left knee over the left ankle. Exhale, windmill your arms down, low lunge. Your hands come to frame your foot. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in and let it out. Inhale, hinge yourself forward to plank and slowly begin to lower yourself down to your mat. Bring yourself flat on the mat, tops of your feet flat on the mat. Press your toes and thighs into the earth, hands next to your armpits. Hug your elbows in. Exhale all of your air. Inhale, cobra. Press gently into your palms or no weight into your palms. Keep your elbows hugged in. Press your toes, thighs, and pubic bones into the earth. Each inhale lifts you just a centimeter higher. Each exhale makes you lengthen out. Inhale just a little higher. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Press into your toes and your palms. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. Parallel your shin to the front of your mat as much as possible. Take a look over your right shoulder. This helps to level your hips out. And go ahead and come front center. Walk yourself up onto your fingertips or off of your fingertips. Shine your heart forward. Send a little love out. We have so much to share. Then when you're ready, you can walk yourself down to your forearms, forehead, a block, two fists. You can also take a block and place it underneath your right thigh. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can do figure four, come down to your back. You're going to place your right ankle onto your left thigh. Grab onto the back side of your left thigh. Flex your right toes towards your knee. Again, you can take the block and place it underneath your right hip for a little bit more support in pigeon. Focus on your breath. Try to keep your core engagement, so keep your tailbone tucked down, your navel drawn to your spine. Breathe. Slowly begin to walk yourself back up onto your forearms, your palms, move your block. Flip your back toes and send your right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. And then down dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Left knee to left wrist. Parallel your shin to the front of your mat as much as possible. Top of your right foot flat on the mat. Take a look over your left shoulder. Level your hips out. And come front and center. Walk yourself onto your fingertips or off of your fingertips. Shine your heart forward. This time let a little love in. You deserve it. You walk yourself to your forearms, forehead, a block, two fists. If you have the block underneath your right hip, go ahead and put it underneath your left hip this time. If you switched and did figure four, you're going to take your left ankle to your right thigh, grab onto the back side of your right thigh, flex your left toes towards your knee. Focus on your breath. Keep your core engagement. Tailbone tucked down, navel drawn to your spine. Continue to breathe. And slowly begin to walk yourself back up onto your forearms, to your palms. Flip your back toes and send your left leg to the sky. Downward facing dog, one-legged down dog. Shake it out first. And then exhale, down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and come down to child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touching, forehead touches the earth. Press your palms into the mat and lift your forearms off of the mat so that you press your palms into the mat like you're pressing the mat away from you and let your hips sink down into the earth. Let's do some breath counts. I'm going to inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe a little on your own. Maybe you extend the count to 5 or 6, or maybe you shorten the count to 3. Try to make sure that your exhales are equal to or longer than your inhales. Slowly begin to rise. Sit back on your heels. Place your hands on your thighs and take a moment. Close your eyes. Just recognize the emotions and energy running through your body. And slowly roll over to one side or the other and extend your legs out long. You're going to come into a seated forward fold. So you can remove some of the flesh from underneath your sits bones. Stretch your legs out long, flex your toes towards your face. Inhale your arms high, stretch long, and then exhale, fold forward. When you inhale, halfway lift, hand comes towards your knees, shins, and then exhale, fold. We'll stay this time. Grab onto your shins, your ankles, or your toes. It's okay if you don't touch your toes. Try to keep your spine lengthened long. Continue to breathe. It's okay if you have a slight bend in your knees, as long as you're breathing. You're going to slowly begin to roll yourself up and bring your arms by your sides. Keep your left leg out long and bend your right knee. You're going to bring your right foot on the outside of your left thigh and then hug onto your right knee with the inside of your left elbow. You're going to swim your right arm up and back behind you. Press your palm into the mat right behind your lower back. Lengthen your spine, flex your left toes towards your face. Just a little twist here. If you'd like to take it a step further, you can bring your left elbow onto the outside of your right knee. Try not to force the twist. Focus on lengthening your spine. By lengthening your spine, you're creating more space for your breath. You're going to just gentle counter pose and turn to the left. Come back to center and straighten both of your legs. Adjust your flesh underneath your sits bones if you need. Keep your right leg out and bend your left knee. You're going to bring your left foot on the outside of your right thigh. And then you're going to hug your left knee with the inside of your right elbow. Swim your left arm back. Plant your left palm into the mat and elongate your spine. Flex your right toes towards your face. If you'd like to take it a step further, bring your right elbow onto the outside of your left thigh. Continue to lengthen your spine, creating space for your breath. Try not to force the twist. Just breathe. Coming into our counter pose, let it go and twist a little to the right. And then come forward, straighten both of your legs out in front of you, move your flesh if you need, arms by your sides. And you're going to slowly, one vertebrae at a time, begin to lower your entire body using your core to get you down to the mat. From here, we're going to come into Happy Baby. Go ahead and grab the insides of your feet. Make sure that your entire spine all the way down to your tailbone is touching the earth and your thighs are parallel to the floor. You can kind of rock from side to side, massage your spine. If you'd like, you can straighten one leg and then the other. You can cry and scream and laugh and yell like a happy baby. And go ahead and bring your knees back into your chest and give them a little squeeze. We're going to come into supine twist. So set your feet on the mat. You're going to scoot your hips over to the right and bring your knees over to the left. Try to stack your right hip on top of your left and make sure both of your shoulders are touching the floor. If you'd like, you can bring your gaze over to the right side. Focus on your breath. Slowly begin to bring your knees back into your chest. Give them a little squeeze first. Set your feet on the floor. This time you'll scoot your hips over to the left and let your knees drop over to the right. Left hip stacked on top of your right. Make sure both of your shoulders are touching the earth. If you'd like, you can bring your gaze over to the left side. Continue to breathe. Slowly begin to bring your knees back into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. This time bring your forehead to your knees and then squeeze and engage every muscle. One last time. Big yogi ball hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then when you're ready, you can release down into a final Shavasana, corpse pose. If you'd like and you have 2 blocks or a blanket, you can place those underneath your knees or your thighs for a little bit of lower back support. Go ahead and let your feet hang wide. Your palms face up in the receiving position. Relax your ankles. Release your kneecaps. Let your thighs sink down into the earth. Relax your shoulders. Relax your wrists. Relax your jaw. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Let go of your breath. Most importantly, let go of your thoughts. And just be. If your mind starts getting flooded with all of the daily chaos, bring yourself back to your breath. Focus on breathing. Inhale gratitude. Exhale everything else. Inhale light. Exhale dark. Slowly begin to bring life back into your fingers and into your toes. Stretch your arms over your head, stretch long and tall, 1 inch taller than we were before we started class. And then roll over to one side or the other into a comfortable supported position. And give yourself a little gratitude for joining class today and honoring your mind, body, and soul. And with your eyes closed, pressing up to a seated position, we're going to close class out with 3 full breaths, so go ahead and get comfortable. I'm going to count the inhales to a count of 4, and at the bottom of the inhale, you're going to hold the breath for a count of 4, and then slowly begin to release your exhale. Go ahead and let all of your air out. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it all go slowly. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. One more time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let everything go. Thank you so much, yogis, for joining me today. I hope this has brought you a little bit of peace. The teacher, student, and divine in me honor the teacher, student, and divine in each and every one of you because we are one. Drawing your thumbs to third eye center, bowing forward. Namaste.